Lourdes. How are you today?
I'm very good. How are you?
I'm fine. I want my audience to know I'm speaking with Lourdes Losada. She's here to give us some great information to inspire us in the new year. Because, a lot of you guys are thinking about your vacation, and between the cost and the rising cost, it's going to help us on that. Okay, Lourdes, we're snowed in everywhere. So people are dreaming of 2026 vacations. You got a top value destination so when we come out of the deep freeze, we can head there?
Yes, we certainly do. So what we've seen is that in these top 10 destinations that are the most affordable, there's a combination between domestic and international. In the domestic side, we have the usual suspects, Las Vegas, Miami, or Orlando. And they tend to be the cheapest because there are more flights available to those destinations. When we go into the international part of it, we have their rankings San Salvador, or if you need a little bit of that sun, we have Cancun waiting for you in Mexico, or Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic. And then also one of my personal favorites of all times, Milan in Italy. And we've seen some airfares averaging as low as $151 per round trip. So yeah, you can't say no to going into Europe with that money.
Now, in my audience today, I'm speaking with Lourdes Losada. She's currently serving as the Director of Americas at Skyscanner and the Miami site, which it leads global leveraging from a global perspective. Losada, let me ask you this. So, okay, is there a specific day that we should travel, or are these prices just for grabs?
Yes, that's a very good question. So Wednesdays are typically the dates that we see that the airfares go a little bit lower. That doesn't mean you have to book on a Wednesday, but just travel on a Wednesday. I know there are some myths of Tuesdays or Mondays being the best days to go and search for airfares. It's a myth, and what we recommend is to be flexible, keep searching, and use some of the tools that we make available for everybody to find the best fare.
Okay, you mentioned some of the top 10 cheap destinations, Vegas, San Salvador, Miami. But what about the people say, I just don't know where to go? How do they get past that paralysis?
Yeah, so we do have a lot of tools to help with that as well. My favorite one is drops. So if you're leaving and you don't know where to go, you can just use that tool and we will show you everything that has dropped 20% or more in price on the last week. Then if you have more time flexibility, I would recommend you to use the everywhere search. So you just select your city of origin and we will be sending you, based on the month of your election, how many, like a lot of destinations, domestically or international, where you can go. That's us helping you be a little bit more inspired and think outside the box, because sometimes we are afraid of alternatives, but maybe the best deal might be somewhere else that you haven't considered yet. So what we recommend is to pick 1, 2, 3, or as many destinations as possible, or as you would like, and then set up our price alerts. You will make sure then that you will receive a notification whenever the flights for those destinations will drop. Therefore, at the end, you would see a lot of destinations that maybe you haven't considered, and then get that alert to make sure that you have the best fare possible.
All right. I'm going to take this one from Facebook. My audience is everywhere, and it's really a good one. They said that you mentioned places like Miami, San Salvador, Las Vegas, but you sound like you're talking to the single people. I've got a husband and 3 kids. How can I get there?
You can. So I do have also a husband and 2 kids. And for example, last week I was in New York. We found a very good deal with those price alerts. And for $86 each, we go back and forth to New York from Miami. We were looking for that snow that everybody's running from. But then we have some destinations that are family friendly. So if you are adventurous and you feel like a little bit of Hawaii, Kahului in the island of Maui, it's there on the list. Then we have Orlando. So you have all the parks available there and some of the good weather. San Juan in Puerto Rico, Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic. It's also have some friendly resorts, same as Cancun in Mexico. So there are plenty of options affordable and available for families as well.
There you go, Posta. Lourdes, online, where can my audience go, especially if they're not a seasoned traveler, they're just trying to get away from the snow?
Oh, they can. They have plenty of options to look for. But if they want to use like this Miami, for example, there are so many affordable options there and flights as cheap as $38 for a round trip to come to Miami.
All right, you guys head on over there because it's really cold. I think I'm going to go too. Lourdes Losada, this segment was brought to us by Skyscanner, and you did a great job. So thanks for being on the Valder Beebe Show. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Hi, I'm Valder Beebe, host of the Valder Beebe Show. We have over 1,000 videos on ValderBeebeShow.com and YouTube.com/ValderBeebe Show. We upload new videos daily. Our site is a modern baby boomer platform with news and information important to boomers. Subscribe to YouTube.com/ValderBeebe Show and stay connected as I interview the world's most fascinating people.